Are you waking up tired even after a full night's sleep? Feeling your strength slipping, your drive fading, or your evenings lacking the energy you once had? You're not alone, and it's not age. Something deeper is happening in your hormones at night. I'm Dr. Barbara O'Neill, board-certified urologist. For over 20 years, I've helped men over 50 restore their testosterone, sleep, and confidence naturally and safely. And tonight, a simple change you make to 1 tablespoon of olive oil may unlock what your body has been missing. Because what's happening inside your body at night might surprise you. If you find this helpful, join our community by subscribing so you never miss videos designed for men like you. But here's what most men don't realize. The steepest drop in testosterone doesn't happen while you're busy, stressed, or grinding through your day. It happens in the quiet hours of the night when your body should be rebuilding you. I've seen this pattern for over 2 decades in my patients. A man comes into my office convinced his testosterone is fading because he's getting older, working too hard, or just not himself anymore. But when we look deeper, the real story is unfolding while he sleeps. Before we talk about olive oil or the ingredient you'll be adding to it later, you need to understand what's actually happening in those nighttime hours, because that's where the hormone crash begins. You see, nighttime is when testosterone is supposed to peak, not fall. Your brain sends a strong signal to the testes as you enter the deepest stages of sleep. This is the window when testosterone production is at its highest. But the problem is that most men over 50 rarely reach those deeper sleep stages anymore. They toss, turn, wake up to use the bathroom, or sleep lightly because of stress and inflammation. And when your sleep becomes fragmented, the signal to produce testosterone becomes weaker and weaker until your body simply stops sending it with the same force. It's like having an engine that wants to start but never gets the spark. Then comes the hormone crash cycle, a pattern I see constantly. You go to bed already tired, maybe with a little inflammation building from the day, maybe with blood sugar slightly elevated from a late night snack, and your cortisol is still lingering because of the news you watched or the emails you checked. All of this creates the perfect storm. Your body is supposed to be shifting into repair mode, but instead it enters stress mode. When cortisol rises at night, testosterone falls every single time. It's a seesaw. One goes up, the other goes down. And men over 50 experience this imbalance more intensely because both sides of the seesaw are already more fragile. Here's the deeper problem most men never hear about: oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as tiny fires inside your cells that build throughout the day. Inflammation from gut issues, sugar, late meals, alcohol, poor sleep, or even long-term stress all add fuel to those fires. And your testosterone-producing cells, called Leydig cells, are extremely sensitive to this. The more oxidative stress you have, the more these cells weaken. And when they weaken, testosterone production drops hard, especially at night when your body is supposed to be repairing that damage. For younger men, the body can often bounce back. But for men over 50, years of accumulated inflammation, blood sugar fluctuations, sleep disruption, and stress begin to chip away at that nighttime rhythm. This is why so many men tell me the same thing. Doc, I feel fine during the day, but I wake up tired. I wake up feeling older. That feeling is not random. It's your nighttime hormone cycle failing you. And this is where I want you to really pay attention, because the drop isn't happening slowly. It's happening suddenly, like a switch flipping off sometime between midnight and dawn. That's why so many men experience their lowest energy and lowest mood right when they wake up. Testosterone didn't fall during your workday, it collapsed overnight. But here's where most men go wrong, because the real fix doesn't begin in the morning, and it doesn't begin with more supplements or more workouts. It begins with what you do in the last hour before bed. And that's where olive oil comes in next. But here's what most men don't realize. Olive oil isn't just something you drizzle on a salad. Inside your body, this ancient fat becomes something far more powerful, a catalyst. When used properly, it can quietly reawaken testosterone production in men over 50. I've seen it firsthand. Men who've tried everything, pills, powders, even injections, and yet nothing seemed to stick. Then we adjust their nighttime routine and introduce olive oil the right way, and everything begins to shift. Let's talk straight. Olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, contains a fatty acid called oleic acid. Now, this isn't just healthy fat. This is fuel for your Leydig cells, the exact cells in your testes that are responsible for testosterone production. Think of Leydig cells as tiny hormone factories. As men age, these cells slow down, not because they want to, but because they're under attack from years of oxidative stress, blood sugar spikes, and inflammation. Oleic acid helps stabilize and nourish these cells. It gives them the structural support to keep working, even when your body is under pressure. Then there's the polyphenol content, natural compounds that act like little shields, protecting your cells from nightly damage. Most men don't know this, but nighttime is when inflammation runs wild. As your body tries to clean up cellular waste, it can also cause oxidative stress, which, if left unchecked, damages testosterone-producing pathways. The polyphenols in olive oil help neutralize this stress, especially when consumed just before bed. But perhaps the most overlooked power of olive oil is how it supports cholesterol transport. See, testosterone is made from cholesterol. That's the raw material. If your body can't shuttle cholesterol to where it needs to go, your hormone levels stay flat. Olive oil helps facilitate that delivery system. It ensures your body has the right ingredients in the right place, exactly when it's needed. Timing is everything. Taking olive oil before bed doesn't just give you nutrients, it gives your body the fuel to run the nighttime repair process correctly. This is why men in Mediterranean region, where olive oil is a staple, often maintain stronger hormone profiles well into old age. They're not just eating differently, they're feeding their hormones consistently, but that's not all. Because as powerful as olive oil is on its own, it becomes exponentially stronger and testosterone friendly when you add one specific natural nutrient to it before bed. That's what we'll dive into next. But here's what most men never hear. Olive oil on its own is powerful, yes, but when you pair it with the right natural compound before bed, it becomes something more than food. It becomes a delivery system, a biochemical trigger. This is the moment we start connecting the dots between what you eat, when you eat it, and how your body responds overnight. The ingredient I recommend most often, and the one I've seen change the game for men over 50, is ashwagandha extract, specifically the KSM 66 form. It's not just some trendy herbal supplement. This compound has been clinically shown to reduce cortisol levels, improve testosterone in aging men, and support mitochondrial health, the very engines inside your cells that produce energy and regulate hormone activity. On its own, ashwagandha works slowly, but when paired with healthy fats like olive oil, absorption increases. The synergy between the two transforms the compound from helpful to hormonal. Here's how it works. Olive oil acts as a fat-based carrier, meaning it helps shuttle ashwagandha's active components through the digestive tract and into the bloodstream faster. But more importantly, taking them together before bed aligns the nutrients with your body's natural testosterone production window. Remember, testosterone peaks in the early hours of the morning. When you take this blend just before sleep, you're not just feeding your cells, you're supporting them at the exact moment they're trying to repair and rebuild. What happens next? Men begin to wake up feeling rested, clear-headed, and more physically confident. That heavy, sluggish morning fog that's been there for years, it starts to lift. I've had patients say, "Doc, I didn't know how low I was until I finally felt normal again." That's what restoring nighttime testosterone feels like. But let's be honest, most supplements don't work. Not because the ingredient is wrong, but because the timing and delivery are off. A morning capsule can't help your nighttime hormonal rhythm. A powder without fats, poorly absorbed. That's why so many men get frustrated. It's not their fault. They just weren't told how to stack the deck in their favor. Now here's the mistake most men make. They add the right ingredient, but ignore the one nighttime behavior that destroys its impact. And that behavior might be sabotaging everything. Let's go there next. Now, here's the mistake most men make. They get the supplement right. They even take the olive oil at the right time, but then they unknowingly do something that cancels it all out. It's what I call the silent sabotage, because to actually see results, to feel your strength return, your energy deepen, your mornings reset with confidence, you have to avoid the habits that shut down testosterone before it even gets a chance to rise. Let's start with the big one, nighttime cortisol. Cortisol isn't always bad. It helps your body respond to stress and wake up in the morning. But at night, it's the enemy of testosterone. If you're going to bed still wound up from the day, checking emails, watching the news, or overthinking tomorrow's to-do list, you're sending a signal to your body, stay alert. And when cortisol stays high at night, testosterone drops fast. Every man I've tested with low morning T levels has some version of this hormonal mismatch going on. Then there's the blue light trap, watching TV in bed, scrolling through your phone, even just having bright lights on too late. Blue light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that cues deep restorative sleep. And if melatonin stays low, your testosterone doesn't have the hormonal green light to climb during the night. It's subtle but powerful. And over time, that suppression adds up. Late night snacking is another killer. A bowl of cereal, a few cookies, even that healthy granola bar, it all spikes insulin. And insulin is a fast testosterone suppressor. When insulin rises at night, your body shifts away from repair and toward fat storage. That one snack might be the very thing stopping your olive oil protocol from working. Even hidden dehydration plays a role. Most men go to bed slightly dehydrated. Without enough fluid, your body struggles to flush out inflammation and circulate nutrients to the cells that produce testosterone. A small glass of water, even a pinch of sea salt, can change that. So what does a proper pre-sleep testosterone routine actually look like? It's calm, dim lighting, no late night screens, a light dinner, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil mixed with your add-in, like ashwagandha, taken about 30 minutes before bed, maybe a short walk after dinner, and a simple evening ritual that tells your nervous system it's safe to rest. That's how you create the hormonal environment for testosterone to rise, naturally, deeply, and night after night. But before we wrap up, let me tell you something important, because even if you've struggled for years, hope is not lost. I've seen men walk into my office carrying years of silent frustration. They're not just tired, they're discouraged. They've tried the workouts, the supplements, the diets, but nothing seems to stick. They start wondering, is this just aging? Or worse, is this who I am now? And I want to say something to you, man to man, your body isn't broken, it's waiting for the right signals. What you're going through is more common than you think, and it is not your fault. The truth is, most men were never taught how their bodies actually work after 50. No one explained the hormonal rhythm of the night. No one told them that testosterone isn't just something you lose, it's something your body can still make, even now. What you need isn't more willpower. What you need is a plan that works with your biology, not against it. And that's what we've been building together in this video. A way to take back control, one simple step at a time. Because I've seen men who were sure their best days were behind them come back stronger. I've seen the spark return to their eyes, the strength in their voice, the quiet confidence in the way they carry themselves again. That's what happens when testosterone begins to rise naturally, not from force, but from rhythm, nourishment, and trust in your body's ability to heal. No matter your age, your energy, strength, and drive can improve. You are not past your prime. You are not too late. And if no one's told you this before, let me be the first. You deserve to feel proud of the man you see in the mirror. Your health is not gone. It's waiting. And now that you understand what your body needs at night, let me close the loop from earlier. If you found this valuable, join our community and subscribe so you never miss future guidance designed for men like you. This channel exists to give you clarity, confidence, and real answers about your health without the fluff, the gimmicks, or the guesswork. You deserve confidence, energy, and deep restorative sleep. You deserve to feel strong in your body again. Remember how we opened this video talking about what's really happening inside your body at night? Now you know. That sharp drop in testosterone, the one stealing your energy and drive, isn't permanent. It can be reversed. A simple tablespoon of olive oil combined with the right natural compound and the right bedtime habits helps reset your hormonal rhythm starting from within. This is your time, not to chase youth, but to reclaim your strength, to feel good again in your body, your mood, and your life. Take care of your health because you are worth it.